It started with an email that appeared in thousands of inboxes overnight. The subject line read, "Warning to all women. Urgent. Please forward." The year was 1999, and Sarah Mitchell, a college student in Tampa, Florida, remembers the exact moment she read it. It was 11:30 on a Thursday night, and what she learned made her cancel her Friday night plans. The email described something called Progesterex, a veterinary drug, used to sterilize large animals, colorless, tasteless, odorless. And according to the warning, predators were now using it on women in nightclubs and bars. But the delivery method was what made this legend spread like wildfire. Business cards, innocent-looking business cards, coated with the drug. One touch, and the chemical would absorb through your skin within seconds. The warning was specific. It named cities: Miami, New Orleans, Houston, Atlanta. It described scenarios in vivid detail: a woman at a bar, a friendly stranger offering a business card, maybe promoting a party, a modeling opportunity, a new club opening. She takes the card, slips it into her purse or pocket. Hours later, she feels dizzy, disoriented. By the time she realizes something is wrong, it is too late. The drug has entered her system. And the worst part, according to the email, was permanent sterilization. No antidote, no reversal. A woman's ability to have children stolen in an instant. Within weeks, the warning had spread across America, then Canada, then Europe. Women forwarded it to their friends, their sisters, their mothers. Universities sent out campus alerts. Some bars posted warnings on bathroom mirrors. The message was always the same. Do not accept business cards from strangers. Your fertility depends on it. Jennifer Carlson was 24 years old when she first heard about Progesterex. She lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and worked as a marketing coordinator. Part of her job involved networking events where business cards were exchanged constantly. After reading the warning, she started wearing gloves to professional mixers. She was not alone. Women across the country began refusing business cards entirely. Some carried small plastic bags to avoid touching cards directly. Others photographed cards instead of taking the physical object. The panic was real. The fear was genuine, and it made perfect sense. Date rape drugs were a documented concern. Rohypnol, GHB, ketamine. These substances existed. They were used by predators. So why would not there be others? Why would not criminals find new methods? The Progesterex warning tapped into legitimate fears and amplified them with scientific-sounding details. But here is where the story takes a turn. In early 2000, veterinarians started speaking up. They had never heard of Progesterex. Pharmaceutical databases showed no record of it. The Drug Enforcement Administration had no documentation. Medical toxicologists could not find a single case of this drug being used on humans. Because Progesterex did not exist, the drug was completely fictional, made up, a phantom threat that had somehow convinced millions of women to change their behavior. But the emails kept coming. Even after news outlets reported the hoax, the warnings continued to circulate. Some versions evolved. They added new details, new cities, new victim accounts. The legend adapted to survive skepticism. Dr. Patricia Huang, a toxicologist at Johns Hopkins, spent months in 2001 tracking the Progesterex myth. She wanted to understand how a non-existent drug created such widespread panic. What she discovered was fascinating and disturbing. The original email contained just enough truth to seem credible. Date rape drugs were real. Transdermal absorption was possible with certain chemicals. Veterinary drugs had been misused before. The warning combined these factual elements with complete fiction, creating something that felt true even when it was not. The specific details made it worse. The email often included names of supposed victims, though these women could never be located. It referenced police departments that had never issued such warnings. It cited medical studies that did not exist, but in 1999, fact-checking required effort. You could not simply search online and verify claims instantly. By the time someone investigated, they had already forwarded the warning to everyone they knew. Marcus Webb worked as a fraud investigator for the Federal Trade Commission during this period. He tells a story about interviewing college students who had received the Progesterex warning. Even after he explained that the drug was fictional, many students said they would still avoid business cards from strangers. The fear had become independent of the facts. It did not matter whether Progesterex was real. The possibility that something like it could exist was enough. This is the truly unsettling part of the legend. It revealed how easily fear spreads when it confirms what we already suspect. Women knew they were vulnerable in social situations. They knew predators used drugs to incapacitate victims. The Progesterex warning simply gave that fear a name and a delivery method. It transformed abstract anxiety into concrete action. Do not touch business cards. Simple, actionable, shareable. By 2003, the Progesterex warning had largely faded from email chains, but it never completely disappeared. Every few years it resurfaces, sometimes on social media, sometimes in text messages. The drug name occasionally changes: burundanga, scopolamine. These are real substances, unlike Progesterex, but the warnings about them often contain similar exaggerations and fictional elements. What makes the Progesterex legend different from other urban myths is its impact on real behavior. This was not just a scary story people told around campfires. It changed how women interacted with strangers. It influenced professional networking. It created a specific fear that persisted even after debunking. Some women who first heard the warning 25 years ago still hesitate when accepting business cards from people they do not know. Researchers who study urban legends point to Progesterex as a perfect example of how modern myths spread. It arrived at the exact moment when email was becoming universal, but digital literacy was still developing. People trusted their inboxes more than they trusted websites. A message from a friend felt more credible than an article from a news organization. The personal nature of email made warnings feel intimate and urgent. The legend also demonstrated something darker about how we process threats. Real dangers often seem abstract and statistical, but a specific threat with a name and a method feels immediate. Women were statistically more likely to be assaulted by someone they knew than by a stranger with a drugged business card. But the Progesterex warning gave them something tangible to fear and avoid. It created an illusion of control in a world where actual safety often depends on factors beyond individual vigilance. Today, if you search for Progesterex online, you will find page after page of debunking articles. Snopes, fact-checking websites, medical journals, they all confirm the same thing. The drug does not exist, never existed. But buried in forums and comment sections, you will still find people asking, but what if something like it does exist now? What if the warning was ahead of its time? And that question is why the legend persists. Because while Progesterex was fiction, the fear it represented was not. The vulnerability was real. The danger was real. Only the specific drug and method were invented. So when someone shares a similar warning today about a new threat, a new drug, a new method, people listen. They forward it. They change their behavior. Because the Progesterex myth taught us that sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that sound almost true. Somewhere tonight, a woman will receive a message warning her about a new danger. It will be specific, detailed, urgent, and she will have to decide whether to believe it, whether to share it, whether to let it change how she moves through the world. The drug might be fictional, but the fear is always real.